Okay, this will be well, it's not funny, but it is a certain type of thing we have. We're just going to leave it a surprise what we're going to do with it. Going to leave out the contrast. Okay, let's see what it is we have. It is happy birthday. Okay, stickers. It can be funny. Birthdays can be funny. So we got these stickers. So yeah, happy birthday. I'll be turning 48 on the 1st of January next year. So my birthday's not far off. I do feel sad because I'm not with my loved one. I feel very, very lonely. I've got to hold this. It's not going to move, slide easily. I miss my loved one and I'm trying to get in touch with him by going on television, doing these whacked out creative photocopier demos. So I'm trying to get my shit to go to air, even though the coronavirus is not far away. It's always in the background or in the headlines. It's really a difficult time we are living in, that it's difficult trying to get my stuff to get airing because the coronavirus takes up most of the space, takes up most of the headline space, so it's not going to be an easy thing to deal with. So it's not easy to compete with because it's just such an easy, they know it's going to pull ratings and they're not going to try something different when there's something ready made and available. They don't know how good my work would be. They wouldn't know, so they'd rather stick with something that they know. It's familiar, it's just using establishment. It's all about sticking with the established where you know it's going to make a good headline. You don't know about this stuff, what I'm doing, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know that if this, sorry about that, you don't know, they don't know how good this is going to be, so therefore they're not willing to take a risk with something that's unknown. So they use what is known, like the coronavirus, as a convenient, easy go-to. They're not ready to try something different, and that's a problem for me, folks. It's a problem. I'm trying to get this stuff out and it's just not happening, and I'm just getting really impatient. I don't mean to be impatient, but I am. It's really, now this is looking shit house. It's really difficult trying to get this stuff that I'm doing recognised. It's really difficult. It's really not an easy thing to pull. It's not an easy gig to push, so to speak. It's not easy, folks. I'm trying my best to make an entertainment and to have a lot of intelligent things to say, and yet I just can't seem to get any traction from the TV channels. I've still got a whole lot of discs ready to be dropped off at TV channels, so I've got 2 piles of discs sitting on my kitchen shelf, waiting for delivery, waiting to be knocked off to the TV channels. Wondering which one we're going to use. I'm going to use that one. I do like this little section there, but basically it's really challenging trying to get in there to try and get this stuff happening. Because the establishment is just too strong to deal with stuff that is not an establishment. You know, just the new. It's really difficult, folks. You know, you're trying your best, you know, with little funding. You don't get funding by anyone. There's no art gallery funding me. There's no institution funding my stuff. I'm doing this on my own, folks. My own money. And I'm not rich, and I'm not getting any richer. I'm trying to get this shit out there. I'm missing a loved one. I feel like a part of me is missing, and I really need to find him, and I can't find him until this shit of mine goes to air. Now I don't know about that. So I'm really desperate to find this person, Luigi, but it's not happening. It's just not fucking happening. I really miss Luigi. It's very difficult dealing with a lost person, a lost love. And having the coronavirus constantly out there on the airwaves just pisses me off. It pisses me off, folks. I'm really over it. You know, I'm sick to fuck of how this disease can garner so much attention. It's really not a good thing. It's really not a good thing, folks. It's really difficult dealing with this pandemic. It's bad enough dealing with it in itself, but we don't need to be constantly bombarded with that shit. Oh sure, you know, let there be some coverage that is necessary for the safety of the public, but not fucking overdo it. You know, just fucking make it into something, as I said, something that's going to help the public, but not bombard them with this constant rolling footage on this disease. You know, we don't need the rolling coverage that we've been getting. We don't need it, folks. All we need is just a practical use, a practical whatever. I'm really over it. I'm really over it, folks. I'm really fucked over it. Fucking sick of it. I'm trying to get my work out. I am not a rich person. I am not a fucking success story. I'm just trying to get my stuff out. I miss a loved one. His name is Luigi. I've probably already said that. Sorry. But basically I'm really over this whole rolling coverage shit. It is. It's shit. It has a place, but you have to fucking keep it in moderation instead of constantly rolling it, you know, making it into a rolling coverage. We're going to get enough anyway when the bushfire season comes around, and that's really going to double my difficulty, because then they have to fucking compete with each other over the time on the screen, and I'm not going to fucking get anywhere with it. So I'm not happy with this, the way that this footage is always rolling, whether it be bushfires or coronavirus, COVID-19 as it's technically known as. So, you know, I'm so over it, folks. I've been trying my best. I've spent more than 8 years trying to get in touch with this person. It has so far been a failure, but I'm not going to give up. A message to you TV channel people, the more you fucking leave this stuff on the shelf, the more fucking videos you're going to have to get. They're going to build up. They're going to keep building up until you fucking play my stuff. So yeah, I'm just telling you folks, you guys, you've got the power, you've got the money, you can do it. You know, you can give me a bit of time just to see how good this shit that I do really is. And if it's really going to pull ratings even more, maybe, than the coronavirus or the bushfire season. So we're not going to fucking get a feed of death, disease, disaster all the time. We're going to get something good, a love story. So think of it as a love story, folks. You know, love stories are people like a good love story. So we're just going to call it a love story, folks. So yeah. I just line this up. I don't know if I like it. Actually, it's not too bad. I think now we can call this finally quits.